Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your weekly WWE Monday Night Raw Event Center report. And now here is the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode number 1467 of the show. How's it going, everybody? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, good day today. And we're going to talk about, as you know, NXT Battleground is over, and tonight on NXT we'll be having the fallout from Battleground, and we're going to be having, hopefully, will be very interesting things happening. But however, right now we're going to talk about the final Raw before Clash in the Castle. A lot has gone down, and a lot is happening, and I gotta tell you, it's like I say, the closer you get to a pay-per-view, a PLE Premium Live Event, like a Clash of the Castle and all that, the big things are happening. Crazy storylines get more interesting by the moment, and as you know. We're gonna have a little bit of fun here. This is gonna be something. Drew McIntyre kicks off Monday Night Raw in Toledo, Ohio. Addresses Damian Priest. Then the Judgment Day interrupts. Priest addresses McIntyre, and they decide to make a match. Drew McIntyre goes one-on-one with Finn Balor. If Drew wins the match, Judgment Day is banned from ringside. And if Balor wins, all bets are off. So Drew McIntyre goes fine, but Liv Morgan Liv Morgan ends up confronting Dominic Mysterio in the Judgment Day clubhouse. Dominic Mysterio's going, no. She's offered him her hotel key card. This spells trouble, ladies and gentlemen. That woman is trouble. 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 You know, I know Liv Morgan wants to do whatever it takes to take everything away from Rhea Ripley. But it seems like to me that the former Hooters girl from New Jersey is going to be causing trouble from the Australian Amazoness, as I like to call her. That's Rhea Ripley. And I'm telling you, this is going to get uglier than a bowling shoe. And believe me, it will. Getting Dominic Mysterio, the Eddie Guerrero, winner of the Eddie Guerrero lookalike contest, could be involved in the middle of the whole thing. I don't know what's worse. You got over AEW. You got two ladies fighting over another lady, and you're gonna have two ladies fighting over a guy in the WWE. Crazy stuff happening, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy, insane things. You know. Oh boy, this is going to be crazy. If you want to talk about it, go watch AEW Dynamite: The Forbidden Door. Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, two of my favorite ladies, fighting basically over not only for the title, but I think for the loyalty and friendship of Mariah May. You know what I mean? But we're not talking AEW right now. That will be tomorrow night. One-on-one matchup. To kick it off in women's action, it's Lyra Valkyria going one-on-one with Io Sky, a rematch from the Queen of the Ring tournament semifinal, which Io lost. Io did pick up the victory, but then they decided to attack Lyra after the match. But Katana Chance and Kaden Carter are backing up the new rookie Raw superstar. And I gotta tell you, this is going to be something else, a little bit more on a little bit more something else. Now, there's a little bit of story about Io. I just read it just now off X.com that July 13th, Marigold's going to have a Summer Destiny show. That's what they call it, and Io is going to make an appearance there, and she will be going one-on-one. In Marigold with Utami Hayashida. It was a dream matchup for Miss Hayashida. She wanted to face Io, but she signed on with the Io signed on with the WWE at that point. So I think this is a matchup that she wanted, and that's going to happen. So they're saying reports were saying that Io and Kyrie are supposed to make an appearance at Marigold. And we know Julia is heading her way to the WWE pretty soon via the way of NXT. And I think it'll be after, it'll be a week after Heatwave. Unless they decided, well, we'll get her on Heatwave, and then if that's the case, could she make an appearance there, return to Marigold as the NXT Women's Champion in Julia's case? We don't know if that's the situation or not. We'll find out as we go along. And so Dominic was talking to the other members of Judgment Day, Carlito, Jay McDonough, and Finn Balor, even though Carlito's not a full-fledged member of the Judgment Day, more like a prospect. That Liv Morgan was in the clubhouse, got from the key card. It looks like Finn Balor is trying to put the kibosh on the situation, so to speak. But no. And Michael Cole says Damian Priest is gonna blow his stack. You know who's gonna blow their stack? Freaking Rhea Ripley when she comes back, dude. It's gonna be... So Miz is walking around trying to find R-Truth. Sami Zayn says he's fine. Talks to Sami Zayn. Dude, did you find R-Truth? No, I haven't seen him. So, but then Zayn was talking to Akira Tozawa, Maxine Dupree, and Otis, trying to convince them to leave Chad Gable being a jerk, the way he's been treating you guys and all that. Chad Gable is obsessed with the Intercontinental Championship. He's obsessed on getting the title. You know, Chad, and I respect the fact that he loves his little girl. He's a good father. He's a good dad. He wants to do everything to make his daughter happy. But this is taking it too far. Taking your anger out on your friends and all that is not. It's not you, Chad Gable. It's not you, man. This is not you, Chad Gable. I don't know what is up with you, but you're starting to be more annoying. Start calling you Shorty G again. People are gonna make fun of you. Anyways, Priest was talking to the rest of the Judgment Day. He said, "We got to get this thing figured out. All right, we got to get this. We got to get this thing figured out." See, Damian Priest was starting to get was a little bit calm about the whole Liv Morgan situation. Somehow it's weird, but he said, "Well, you have to do is figure it out." And then Ludwig Kaiser addresses defeating Sheamus, but he wants to qualify for Money in the Bank now, along with Jey Uso. If Ludwig Kaiser wins Money in the Bank and Gunther becomes World Heavyweight Champion at SummerSlam, could we see Imperium exploding once again? But this time around, Giovanni Vinci's been removed. Then you got Ludwig Kaiser against Gunther. Inquiring minds. Meanwhile, now Braun Strowman and the LWO in six-man tag. The LWO represented by Rey Mysterio, the WWE Hall of Famer, and Dragon Lee with Zelina Vega in their corner. Zelina Vega now follows me on X. Very honored. Zelina, thank you so much. If you check out her channel with her and Dakota Kai, you gotta check it. The ZB and Charlie channel, I believe. Charlie channel, I think it's called. They talk about gaming and everything else. They have guests on the show. Check it out if you can. And I'm plugging their show because like I said, I would follow any wrestler who has a YouTube account and this, and is legit in their stories. I'd be interested in what they do outside the ring and out of the TV screens, and it'd be great to see what they do. Look at Undertaker's got his own YouTube channel, Maven. They were on each other's show and they were joking around about the Royal Rumble elimination and all that. Really cool stuff. Anyways, and LWO, you got the lightning speed of Lee and Mysterio. You got the thunder in Braun Strowman. They took on Carlito and the Judgment Day, that represented by J.D. McDonough and Dominic Mysterio. And Strowman and the LWO won the matchup. And poor Zelina Vega. Poor girl. And they go to celebrate, lift up the wrist. So Braun Strowman's like 6'8", and Zelina's like 5'1". And almost lifted her off the ground. I'm like, easy, Braun, easy. That's a small young lady. You're trying to hang that poor girl. Oh man, poor girl. Poor Zelina. But Zelina's fine. I'm sure. That could be so many internet quality moments among wrestlers. You got, Ariana Grace and Channing Stacks Lorenzo, who looks a little bit like the skinnier. If Braun Gronkowski's got a skinnier, smaller twin brother, That's Shane Stacks Lorenzo. I'm telling you right now, he looks like Rob Gronkowski if they put him in a dryer. You know what I mean? But or Rob Gronkowski when he lost a few weights and got cut. But anyways, there was a chalkboard right behind him, and the poor chalkboard fell on Ariana Grace. Oh my goodness! I mean, we're like, what the? And they doing a Twitch riot reaction. I was like, what? Anyways, hope Ariana Grace is okay. Actually, they're dating in real life too. I think they're engaged. I think at one point, at that point. So yeah. So that was great. But meanwhile, during the matchup though, Liv Morgan comes out to distract Dominic Mysterio. Zelina Vega punches Dominic and punches Liv Morgan into Dominic Mysterio. Liv Morgan was on top of Dominic, and then Zelina Vega grabs Liv Morgan and starts punching his lights out. And that distracted Judgment Day and the LWO and Braun Strowman picked up the victory. That's when Strowman didn't lifting up the wrist. It was crazy. And then even though, despite winning the matchup, Io Sky kind of flips out and was angry about something. I don't know what is up with Io. I mean, Io, you picked up the victory over Lyra. That's a good thing. But even Kairi saying Dakota Kai not worried. Again, when you have a faction without a key player, in this case, Asuka. Asuka would be the veteran. She would be the one, she would be the voice of reason. But without Asuka there, maybe I wonder if Io's got second thoughts of kicking Bayley out of Damage Control. Bayley was the one that started it. I think Io may be having some regrets on it. And if I were Dakota Kai, I'd be having regrets too. And I think they're starting to regret kicking Bayley, because Bayley would be the one to calm her down. Bayley would say, you picked up the victory over Io. Don't let Kaden Carter Katana chance get to you. And then Sami Zayn addresses Chad Gable to the Toledo crowd. And Gable interrupts Zayn and about to send Otis after Zayn. They went one-on-one. Sami Zayn went one-on-one with Otis. Zayn won the matchup. Gable ended up attacking Zayn after the matchup. Otis was about to go clothesline. I think Chad Gable is taking advantage of poor Otis. He's taking advantage of his emotions, because when he gets angry he doesn't think, and when he doesn't think he actually does something, and then gets him fluttered and frustrated, gets him all flustered, frustrated, and that's when he attacked Zayn. And that's what I'm thinking. I think Chad Gable's taking way too much advantage of Otis, and my man. And Otis loves, Otis loves, Maxine like a sister, and Akira Tozawa like a brother. They're family. But Chad Gable's taking too much advantage of you, dude. Stockholm syndrome at its worst. Meanwhile, the Miz decided to keep looking for Natalya and Sonya Deville, and they said Truth went inside that little room. Truth finds the Miz. He claims he's seen a fortune teller, and the fortune teller tells them they're going to defend their titles against the APA. Oh God! I'm like, what? And Miz is like, we're not going to be Miz. Poor Miz. I feel for him. I love R-Truth, but Miz is going to blow his stack one of these days. Anyways, so what happened was, it turns out the fortune teller happens to be Scarlett. She hands Miz a card. I got the same one. And I'm like, Truth? And the Truth gives, Scarlett the bro hug, He said, thanks a lot, y'all. And I'm like, Truth, she just suckered you into a tag team title match against the AOP, the Authors of Pain, not the APA. I'm like, Scarlett just, it was Scarlett, this beautiful woman's beautiful Scarlett. You gotta watch out for those ladies. They'll con you into anything. I'm telling you. When it comes to somebody like Scarlett, watch out. The good thing about Scarlett, she's married to Karrion Kross. I say more. I'm telling you. Scarlett, gotta watch out for that girl. Truth, what are you thinking? So, so Jay Cargill and Bianca Belair, the women's tag team champions. Because of that, they get to go into either all three brands. There were for the big women's tag team matchup. Kathy Kelly interviews Alba Fire and Isla Dawn as they get themselves a tag team title shot at Clash of the Castle against the champs, but also Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark was in a triple threat match. Baszler and Stark faced Fire and Dawn, and Baszler and Stark won because Baszler was putting Alba Fire to sleep with that sleeper hold. She was being vicious. I mean, she was out. I'm like, eh, boy. You know what I mean? Because she was not in a very good mood. Losing to Lola Vice. You know. Meanwhile, I forgot to tell you that Ricochet was talking to Ilya Dragunov, motivating him to try to beat Braun Breaker. Ilya Dragunov, Braun Breaker, they had their rivalry at NXT. It comes up to Monday Night Raw. After a hard-fought match, Breaker won, and then Ricochet decided to attack Braun Breaker after the matchup, but then Breaker ends up brawling with Ricochet. Judgment Day comes up with a plan, but as they did their fist, Finn Balor grabs the hotel key card, put it in his pocket. I think he probably snuck it in Dominic's back pocket. I don't know what the heck is going on. So Sheamus was talking to McIntyre, and then Sheamus goes, you know what Kaiser's talking about, King of the Money in the Bank? I'll enter the Money in the Bank. And then if you win the title, we'll have... and then he goes, if you win it, let me know when you cash it in. And he goes, don't worry, if you and I will go, it'll be banger after banger after banger. And Drew McIntyre was motivated. Kathy Kelly interviewed the Final Testament. He said, if we win the belts, Xavier Woods will forget Kofi Kingston. World Tag Team title on the line. Awesome Truth versus Authors of Pain. And then Scarlett, Karrion Kross got involved. But then the New Day, both members, you know, like I said, you know, I think Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston attacked Karrion Kross and then distracted the AOP. Awesome Truth picked up the victory. And in fact, I think R-Truth hit one of the members of AOP, and I think it was Akama Razor in the back of the head with the belt. Didn't affect him. Hands in the belt. Tried to pull an Eddie Guerrero type deal, and then end up scooping him up for the pinfall, outsmarting AOP. And it seems like to me that there'll be unfinished business between the Final Testament and the New Day. And Braun Breaker continued to brawl with Ricochet and Dragunov in the back. And then slams Ricochet on top of a car window, was taken out on a stretcher, and then Samantha Urban decided to relieve her ring announcer position to go with him. Now, there is reports that Ricochet is planning on leaving the WWE over the summer. Now, I don't know if Samantha Urban will go with him. If that's the case, that's a huge loss for Raw. Huge loss for the WWE as far as ring announcers go, because she happens to be one of the best of today. Who would replace her? Will Alicia Taylor be going from SmackDown to Raw now? Or will Kelly Kincaid get a chance? I know she's done NXT Level Up. Who would replace? I know Kayla Braxton did some ring announcing during her time in NXT as well. So a lot of options you can go with here, but I don't know if she'll go. I don't know AEW will hire her because you got Arcadiora who's been doing some ring announcing. You got Justin Roberts and Bobby Cruise, and that's perfect. So I think Samantha Urban may understand. So as a result, Pat McAfee decided to do the main event with announcing, which is so funny the way he does it, representing bum ass Judgment Day, and has and there's like 20. It's a 20 ounce body fat on that 220 pound, which is really impressive. And the most big handsome bastard now for Drew McIntyre, the most handsome bastard in Scotland. He was like, he demands to be announced that from now on. Hey, why not? And Drew McIntyre's like, that's so hilarious. So Drew McIntyre and Finn Balor went 1-on-1 in the main event matchup. As you know, McIntyre and Balor, but Carlito and Damian Priest distracted McIntyre during the matchup. But despite that, in the end, Drew McIntyre ended up winning the matchup. So that means no Judgment Day at ringside. That is going to be big. That's going to be a big deal. So, That's it for episode 1467 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Now check this out. I mean, you're talking about what's going to happen on NXT tonight. How's Ethan Page going to respond to the loss to Trick Williams? It's going to be something else. As you know, how's Roxanne Perez going to face next as the champion? You know, how's Kaylani Jordan going to celebrate her inaugural Women's North American Championship victory? A lot of stuff's going to go down. We'll see. Will more TNA wrestlers appear on NXT tonight? We don't know. It's going to be something. So, looking forward to that. Up next, though, the 92nd edition of Trebek Tuesday, the second Trebek Tuesday of June 2024. Thank you for tuning in, and until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.